Welcome to episode 7 of Race Control. In this episode we'll be going through the differences between modern and vintage race cars and techniques to help you with both. We'll start with the modern stuff. Stiffer chassis, more effective aerodynamics and grippier tyres than ever help modern race cars excel on the smooth surfaces of today's circuits. With this in mind, they can sometimes suffer on the bumpier surfaces of tracks like Alton Park and the Nordschleife. When racing on tracks like this, soften your suspension and dampers a bit to relax the car a little and stop it jittering over bumps. When adjusting your suspension, you may find the car bottoming out. Raise the ride height if this is at low speed, or lower the aerodynamics if it happens when going faster. You can also utilise a combination of the two. For example, if you're having trouble at high speed but need higher downforce, you can raise the ride height and it will have much the same effect, just with slightly lower stability. In terms of driving, it's important to be as smooth as you can, as excess slip will slow the car down. In front wheel and four wheel drive cars you can use this slip to slow the car down more effectively when coming into the apex, but it's usually not worth it with rear wheel drive cars. Stick to normal trail braking unless you plan on drifting. Vintage cars are a rather different breed. Some of these cars were built in garages and adjusted with hammers, so it's understandable that people thought the secret to speed was a combination of bravery and chest hair. These cars still require subtlety, however. Cars with bias ply tyres like the Lotus 49 operate at higher slip angles, but hanging the rear out of full lock will slow the car down, increase the risk of spinning and overheat the tyres. Try not to put the power down too early. Even if you can control the slide, you run the risk of sliding out past the apex and into the gravel. Speaking of sliding, being as smooth as possible is practically essential to staying on track, but hesitation will cause the rear to squat down, resulting in understeer. On the plus side of these cars, the tyres' rock-hard construction usually means they can last a lot longer than slicks, so changing the tyres is a very rare occurrence. On the other hand, the engine will last a lot less than some cars, as the construction often couldn't hold the power for extended periods. Even if a car is on slick tyres like most modern race cars, it can have other problems. Cars like the Sauber C9 are capable of ridiculous speeds down the Mulsanne straight, but in its low downforce configuration the brakes are questionable at best. This goes for most vintage race cars. The engine is often too powerful for the brakes and tyres by modern standards, so you'll have to treat them gently in order to get the most out of them. Brake early and keep slight pressure on the wheel so you can detect lockups as soon as possible. That's all for Race Control episode 7. The next episode will go live next Monday and will feature a new track guide. Thanks for watching.